Hello and welcome to another recording from my channel. This will be a Delta Quadrant story arc video. I'll more than likely be doing the first two. I'm pretty sure Reunion and Mindscape are pretty long when you follow the audio clips, so I'm probably just going to do the first two and then leave it at the end of that. So just a quick update to where I am at the moment. I have got the Crossfield class ship. I've only unlocked the first two affinities, and I haven't had enough time to unlock all of them. I wanted to before I start the story arc, but we'll just see the progression of the ship as we go. Haven't changed any of the weapons, pretty much all the same. I've got a secondary deflector, which is just the basic deflector, so it's not very of major use at this point. I have basically shuttle pets that will run out eventually, and I've got some cannon platforms I can drop. I've got engineering consoles that will help with resistance of damage. I have the I can't pronounce that, but Mausoleum Ambush, which is basically a spore drive jump. Maximum shield capacity has gone up. Helps your shields. Energy damage resistance. And damage resistance. This one is phaser damage, which is my main focus of weapon. I am actually surprised that this ship is not better than the previous ship I was using with the twin warp nacelles. The engineering, you really need something in there. It's just two is not enough, I think. Everyone's got their own build play, so it's pretty good. Let's see, extra damage output, buff to your damage taken, and this helps with damage output overall. As you can see, I've only got the first two unlocked, so I've got exotic damage, which is my special bridge officer slots here, and extra shields. What will I unlock next? I will unlock healing abilities. So every time I use a heal or a hold heal, I'll actually get an extra 10% on top of that. Improve shield regeneration. So shield regeneration is important if you want to keep in battle for longer. And then I'll have this spore drive attack. And that's it. Haven't changed anything on my captain. My officers, I've given them all pets. So this one has a holographic attack drone. This one has a Horta. This one has a different type of Horta, but it does basically the same damage. This one has a Magatu. So during combat, they should unleash their pets during the fight. I haven't given myself one, but we'll see how we go. Okay, let's get started. I just want to go a quick update to where I am, and we'll get started on the episode. And I have to trip over my words again. The activation of the gateway at the heart of the Solanae Dyson Sphere has given us access to another Dyson Sphere. Originally found near the Jolanae system. Jolanan. I thought it was the shuttlecraft it was named. Okay, it doesn't matter. Jolanan system that is now located deep in the Delta Quadrant. The Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Empire have put aside their differences in order to unite against common enemies, but they need skilled captains and crew willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Delta Command once you reach the Jolanan Dyson Sphere in the Delta Quadrant. Except for that. Travel to... I have to go to the sphere, don't I? Beta Quadrant to enter Jolanan Dyson. Okay, Jolanan Dyson Sphere. There should be a cutscene that looks possibly. Nope.
Welcome to the Jolanan Dyson Sphere. The situation in the Delta Quadrant is continuing to develop. We will need the assistance of all our allies to stay ahead of it.
Thank you for this opportunity. I look forward to serving with you. Okay. I thought this would be a simple meet and greet, but obviously we've got to do some stuff. I'll close that off. Report to Burgess. Haven't I done this already? This looks so familiar. Or maybe I did on another character not long ago, because I'm trying to max up my characters at the same time. Oh, so this is simple meet and greet.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
Mindscape.
Admiral Tuvok has requested that you meet Voyager in the Solarian system. I believe he requires your assistance with a personal issue. While you're there, you should be able to get a briefing on the current state of the Delta Quadrant. Hello. Would you have...
Okay, we just exit the sphere into the Delta Quadrant. So this is a continuation from the end of the last story where the Undine was attacking Tuvok, or messaged Tuvok through the mind meld. So, hopefully this will take me to Delta. I think the volume's low on this again. So basically this is a recreation of the Voyager opening credit sequence.
It's been 42 years since Voyager finished its journey.
We thought we had left the Delta Quadrant behind us.
Too long. The gateways to the quadrant are open. The choices we made have long-lasting effects. Now, we will help the friends we left behind.
And fight the rising darkness.
Voyager's first trip through the Delta Quadrant was a solitary one. On his return to set things right. This time, we must unite to survive.
Okay. Luckily I didn't, I think that only happens once. I'm pretty sure I haven't come to the Delta Quadrant by mistake, but it's pretty sure there's a video of me doing it, so I'm pretty sure I have. Okay. I think when you transwarp down this end of the map, but the Dyson sphere is up this end of the map. So basically you can transwarp here, or use the Dyson sphere. Okay. The only thing I don't quite like about this map is that there are species from across the Delta Quadrant that shouldn't be interacting because there's a big gap the Voyager flew, a couple of thousand light years, and the species shouldn't be interacting. But you know, to get the episodes going, they had to mix it up a little bit, I guess. I'm pretty stuck on canon, making sure canon things are in there. I'm going to try to avoid bumping the desk. I realised that it vibrates up the stem of the microphone and into the mic, so I'm going to try to prevent, stop myself from slamming my hands down. So I'm sorry about that.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you in the conference room.
I transport, yep. I have to talk to her first, I think. Yep.
Welcome aboard. And if I may say so, it's good to see you again. Between doomsday devices and the Delta Quadrant, it looks like we get all of the interesting assignments. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral Tuvok. He wants to see you right away.
You're wondering what these dots are down the side of her neck? She's a trill. They can be a joint species, or they can... they live most of their lives unjoined, and they have to pass scientific and medical tests to become a joined species. And they basically have all the accumulated knowledge of all the previous hosts. It's agreeable to see you again, Commander.
It's good to see you too. Someone decided that with our experience with that, borrowed bird of prey, I'm the perfect person to handle joint operations with the Klingons out here in the Delta Quadrant. I even got a promotion, as you can see.
Let's get to Admiral Tuvok. Best not to keep him waiting. Okay, I scared her. She jumped.
Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away. Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance.
It's Cooper, isn't it? I can sense his presence assaulting your mind. See, as a Vulcan, I can sense the Vulcan mind meld. So if I was a human character, that would be a different response.
Yes, he has redoubled his assaults, and logic suggests that it would only be a matter of time before he overwhelms my mental defenses. I cannot fend him off alone. That is why I have requested your assistance.
He must have found some way to increase his psychic power.
What else do you need to know?
What do you need me to do?
I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper.
That sounds dangerous.
What else do you need to know?
Wouldn't it be better to seek the aid of a psionic master?
Your prior experiences with Cooper should allow your subconscious mind to hone in on him. An outsider who has never encountered him before would have no such connection and could never hope to find him.
I'll try to do what I can.
What else do you need to know?
I'm ready.
My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Well, that hurt my eyes a little. Might have to gamma up too high. Do this to activate.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Doctor, I seem to be confined to sickbay. Can you override the door lockout for me?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take a moment.
I'm fine, Doctor. Really, I need to get to the engineering.
Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay.
Doctor, it's critical that I leave sickbay. I need to find Tuvok.
You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Doctor?
Enemy targets on sensor.
Can you hear me?
Somewhat.
Come speak to me at the desk terminal. The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact.
So I need to liberate you from your ready room.
No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed.
Understood. I'll pick up the pad and proceed to engineering.
Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering.
Go.
Cooper is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship. Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember Kiri Kinthaw's first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists.
Understood.
Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable.
See, there's nothing here. It's a mind game.
The Mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or damaged, or even transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
I see. Yeah, so you're not going mad. The whole point is to make you think you are.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I've got to get closer.
What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable.
Where's the chief engineer?
Vilana, I don't know. She should be here, but as far as I can tell, everything on Voyager's about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core breach, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out.
I can stop the core bridge. Let me assist.
I've almost got this. Just keep back. It will only take a few more minutes.
Anson, we can solve this more efficiently if we work together.
You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional.
Ensign Kim, step away from the warp core consoles.
I'll destroy you. And Tuvok's mind with you.
That wasn't nice. Why am I stuck?
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
This is definitely going to be a long video because I'm going to be stopping to listen to voiceover.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack. Quickly use the controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses. Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I have previously experienced a mind meld. You may be able to find someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence.
I'll find someone to help on the crew decks. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, it's gone.
Move through the crew decks to your right. You may be able to find a fragment of a personality who can help. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their chakras in my mind. You may be able to convince one to assist you. Because they are not technically me, Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
So if you remember from Age of Discovery, Michaels has a link to Sarek because of that, because he put part of his Katra in her mind. Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for anyone who might be able to help.
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me.
Voyager is in danger from species 8472. We need to liberate Tuvok. He's being held locked in the ready room.
I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow. Why am I in the crew quarters? I should be in my regeneration alcove.
Tuvok can explain here. He can communicate through this pad.
7. You are currently experiencing an engrammatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
Let's go to the bridge and help Tuvok. Oh no, we have to go through here. Oh, through there, okay.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant.
Are you on attack? Yes, that is.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
they're not real, so they're not as strong as real Undine. They're just a figment of your imagination. Or Tuvok's imagination.
Simulated Undine. Maybe a reflection of the unconscious fears
what's
of
such a
species
blow?
472.
Oh. I don't think this this episode is video friendly. It's like so weird. And I think I just slammed the hand down again. Oh, the mouse.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
Flanking damage detected.
Oh, my shields are going down really fast. Where's my... There it is. And I'm down like a sack of spuds.
Personal shield losing power.
I will secure the bridge while you release Tuvok.
What happened to the... Ah.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind. For the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself.
I agree, it's time to end this.
With Cooper's attack temporarily halted, we are in a position to slow the advance of his Undine forces. Please accompany me to the bridge.
Lead the way, Admiral. By that I mean I'll do it.
We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly.
I'll handle the sensors. If I can get... There we go. Standing on a chair. Oh.
You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps.
Tuvok, I'm getting an error from operations. The Omega Protocol lockdown is in effect.
We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
What do we do?
You don't belong here.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
Okay. Well, this one just seemed to be shooting at anyone.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the Mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed to astrometrics.
Ah, this is a bit of a...
Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Am I examining the console? What's going on? No, nothing happened. Okay. Okay, you'll be
In
attacked.
2375, Voyager encountered a malfunctioning board vinculum. that had been turned into a trap by species 6339. This vinculum caused other personalities from the collective to surface in 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her in an attempt to stabilize her personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of people assimilated by the Borg. They are not truly aware, knowing only that they desire to escape. It may be helpful to think of them as ghosts, metaphorically speaking, of course.
I'm not afraid of ghosts.
Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching.
Okay. Does that mean we have to go back the way we were? Oh, gotta shoot them.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Okay. Symbols.
I sense we are making progress. Keep searching.
Searching. That loops back around, that's right.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Is Tuvok coming? Or are you just gonna wait in the corner? Ah, that's right. There's all these weird things you gotta do.
Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
You just gotta read the comments. They're just really weird. Oh, more peoples.
Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Recoupled to do recoupled to decouple a fire. Okay, and Tuvok should probably appear next to me as soon as. Please enter your stellar cartography request. Check memory of grid 124 quadrant octant 22 theta. According to Voyager's log, this is the location of Tuvok's previous mind meld with 7 of 9, when she suffered from the forced instruction of other minds taken by the Borg into her consciousness. And even was caused by this event was caused by a proximity to a damaged vacuum, and it is not consistent with influence from the Undine. Let's try somewhere else. Check memory of Cerberus system. After Voyager left the Cerberus system early in its journey home, Tuvok experienced a traumatic mind meld with crewman Lon Suda. At this time, Voyager had not encountered the Undine. We need to keep checking. Check memory of Class 17 Nebula. Voyager encountered a Class 17 Nebula in 2373. At this time, Tuvok was suffering from an enigmatic virus. Entered a mind meld with Captain Janeway so that the captain could help him trace and resolve the source of the virus, which extended to his tenure aboard the Excelsior under Captain Sulu. This is not related to Undine incursion. We have to be getting close. Check memory of Netrek Expanse. The Netrek Expanse is an area on the edge of Borg space. It is located near the unstable corridor of Undine used to make incursions into our dimension. The quantum singularities in that area of space make it easily subject to incursion by the Undine. Logic suggests that this would be the ideal location for them to use as a fleet staging area. It's time to end the meld and go find Cooper. No. What? Whoa, this is trippy. Also, a glitch in the game. Return a deepest connection to me. Okay. Now what? Now we go. Okay, just wait for the
This
game.
ordeal has taxed me mentally.
Oops, sorry. Thought I could do the background.
This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a special command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
Okay. Ooh, Voyager is tiny, isn't it? Didn't realise how small. I know it's a small ship, but I couldn't remember how tiny. Yeah, so yeah, listening to the
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
what do we need to do here?
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
We'll probably have to engage the Undine ships first, then scan the singularities. Okay, let's move forward. Yeah, so because I'm listening to all the voiceovers, this video is going to go extremely long. I find that if I cut them out, it normally takes about half as long to do the missions. Look, oh, wait. Almost. Whoa, that was a planet killer. So you saw the ships merge together then.
this passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal.
Okay.
We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
Find and disable Cooper's ship. Understood.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structure you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
We're not defeated yet. Okay, let's start attacking.
Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Oh, and it went to a subspace jump.
Right shield failing. Target's shields have failed.
Okay. What am I heading for?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
The command bioship is weakened. We must be...
Oops, sorry, should have waited for him to stop talking.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze.
Find the control nodes, open the central nexus. Got it.
muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
The release has to be near here. This is a lot easier than I remember this mission, but then again, can't remember how many times I've played it or it was the last time. I thought there would be another 3 dropping from the roof.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door.
The ship has a mind. Can you convince it not to fight us?
An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed.
This must be the very hard bit where they just attack from all over the place.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Oh, we gotta hit him before I did. Too far away. Okay, so he's in a protective cocoon sort of thing, and we have to fight off the Undine. As you can see, these ones are slightly harder than the ones in the
ship
mind
is
meld.
resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster.
And he's back in a cocoon. So the camera's supposed to follow the enemy and it's not doing anything.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster.
Oh, one of my crew is down.
Flanking damage detected.
Now it's following him and I can't.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Yeah, first was not
You must
awakened.
protect me from Undine attacks while
I'm
I
trying, dude.
concentrate.
I'm extremely trying. You can ask anyone.
Flanking damage detected.
You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
Oh, that's gonna be annoying.
What is happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind.
Communication established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
The weak will perish. Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him! We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
All to one.
The many must survive. We don't need them. The many will be strong. The strong will survive. They are weak. I will save us. You are weak. What? No!
Yes, actually, yes.
The Bio-Dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a piece of equipment there. Hang it. Okay, that should be the end of this particular video, I think. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the talking. If the game loads, that is. From what I can tell from this playthrough, they've actually fixed that lag issue where we're rubber banding backwards and forwards.
There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands.
Farewell, Admiral.
Long
Oh. That was not there. We're ready to leave the system on your command. Okay, so let's collect the reward if there is one.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. I wonder why he was so set on this conflict. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among us that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy ours. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Remember the Xindi attack on Earth in the 22nd century? They were told by the Sphere Builders that they had to destroy Earth to save themselves. It turned out that Sphere Builders were using the Xindi as a tool in their own destructive plans. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine. Maybe they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack.
Okay. So that's in response to the Enterprise TV series. That's all explained in that. Is this a set? No, it's not a set piece, and it's bound to me on pickup. Okay.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
Not just now, but maybe later on. Okay, so let's have a quick look. I think my main crew don't really have a lot of upgraded equipment. Yeah, they don't have a lot, so... Second, we'll get this one. What is this one? This is a sniper rifle, huh? So you, actually, is that bound to me or not? Yeah, bound to character. So you can have that. And you can have that, which is slightly better, oh, a lot better than what you had. Okay, just discard that. Can't do anything else with it. Don't want to upgrade it. Okay, so this is pretty much what I do. As I progress through the game and collect decent pieces of equipment that aren't bound to me, so this one I can sell, so I'm going to try to sell it. That one was bound to me, so I'm using it. And again, you can see that they were doing pretty decently, even though they weren't fully maxed out. So I don't have to have a maxed out weapon to do well, but it just makes the fights go a bit faster. Okay, so that's the end of this particular video. If you have any suggestions for playthroughs, please leave them down below. Any comments on the playthroughs themselves as to what you would like to see in the future, please leave comments down below. If you have any criticism, I'm more than happy to take the criticism. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.